So it's Saturday. We just finished getting all the pails and stuff like that filled right back up. We're going to tie into a couple of these hives just to see how we're doing for the pollen patties. Now, obviously, we got some hives that are a little bit different strengths. So we had some that completely went through 1 gallon of syrup here in, I guess it would be the last 7 days, so in a week. And then we got some that only went through a partial bucket. So we're not going to dig in and do the equalization or anything like that yet. That'll happen here in a couple weeks once we know where everything's at. And we know the hive numbers are going to dwindle here a little bit until we start that first round of brood. So we're going to tie into these and see if we have brood that's hatching. We're going to look to see where we are for the eggs and the larvae and stuff like that as well. But we're also going to take a look to see how much of the pollen patty that they've ate in the last week. So let's tie in and let's find out. So we just kind of selected a couple. We'll go through maybe one or two. Nobody's showing you them all. Basically, we're trying to make them all typical. So let's see what we got in here. We definitely got bees. So a little bit of the pollen patty's gone. You can see, oh, I guess quite a bit of it's gone in underneath. So that's not a bad thing. We're just gonna kind of flip this back over. So you can see, typically, this is what happens in between the bars. They eat it out there first. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side. I don't want to get it all grass. So nice looking hive of bees. Keep in mind, they've been out for, I think it's 3 weeks now. So let's see what we got inside here. So we haven't been into these, so they're still all propolised right up from winter. As you see, kind of typical for our bees that we look for. So we kind of look for a tamer bee, something that not quite as aggressive. So that's what we breed for. But this is an outside frame. Ooh, I rolled a couple bees there, so we'll have to watch. There's just so many in here. We don't want to get them all riled up. So we'll do a bit of hive cleaning while we're in here. What is the date today, Alan? April 25th. So this is a pretty good hive for April the 25th. So, if you're in the Grand Prairie area and you're looking for nukes, we are putting 5-frame nukes together. So reach out to us on Messenger. We'd be happy to supply a nuke from hives like this for the 2026 season. You can tell they are, oh, she's got this laid up. We've got eggs all down in here. What do we got on the other side? Hard to see, so we're going to watch closely for her. We're seeing eggs and larvae all the way out here to the second outside frame. That's a good sign. As you can tell there, the hive is full. We got hatching larvae. So we are into our first round of fresh bees, and you can see, I mean, this was almost wall to wall, and I'd say it's about over half hatched out. So we are well into our, oh, look at here, well into our our build-up season. So this hive is rocking. We got a couple drone cells here too, so we're gonna watch that very, very closely. That's a drone, yeah. We're gonna watch that very closely because when those drones start hatching out, we are going to start grafting. Another frame that's not hatching out, but it's pretty dark, so it's going to be hatching out here before long. What do we got on this side? She has it laid, it's laid up all the way out to here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there or not. So that's already, what, 1, 2, almost 3 full frames. Well, 2 frames of brood that's hatching, plus a frame full of eggs here already out of this hive. So and she's got this one laid all up too. Down here in the bottom, Alan, can you pick it up in there? Just to kind of show everybody. So she has it all laid right up here. It's not picking it up. I'll see if I can zoom in when I'm editing it. And every frame, as you can see, is just covered with bees. This frame here has all hatched out already. So this is a full frame on that side that's hatched out. And this frame is hatched out and she's got it all laid back up again. Here, maybe come around to the other side. I'll see down here in this little spot where it's open. Come around to my left hand side and see if the camera will pick it up in there. No, down up, right in there, yeah. Oh, the bees went over it. So it's all covered with eggs in there. I don't know if the camera can see it, but she's got her laid right up. And the queens that are in here are the only queens that came from the hive that survived. So our original stock. I don't see any eggs on this one. Or on this side. So that what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames of brood, bees, eggs, and larvae.
We're gonna split soon.
We're gonna have to split them soon, yep. Once again, frame is right full. This one's a bit of feed, so and that one's feed. So I think we're to the point where they're storing feed. I wouldn't be surprised if this is capped here on these ones here now. Just what they had left over from the winter. And there we go. So it is capped honey. So this hive is well on its way. Get it all put back together here. Not a bad hive for end of April, especially up here in Alberta. I'm very happy with what we see in there. How about yourself, Alan?
It's good.
Get it put back together here without rolling too many bees. So we are going to have to watch these very, very closely. Obviously we can't graft yet, so we're going to have to see about getting some queens. I want to alternate this here a little bit if I can. And if we can get some queens, we can start doing some splits here right away. I don't think I've ever done splits in April before.
That's why old beekeepers take videos so they can go back and look.
Yep. Let's get them there. Pail of feed back on there. All right. Now just to ensure it's not an anomaly, these two both came from the same apiary. So let's go pick on one out here somewhere. Let's just go right over here. Let's see what we got in here. Gotta watch because queen could be anywhere this time of year. Okay, so this hive here isn't quite as strong. Pollen patty's going, not quite as much of it's gone. But let's see what we can find here. I'm going to try and pull one out here where there's not quite so many bees. See if we can not roll any here this time. So here, cap stores from the winter. But one frame over is nothing. So they were very, very close to starving out. So here we go, we're starting to get into some bees now. We're going to move that feed in a little bit closer to them. All right, what do we got here? Here we've got eggs. We don't have any larvae, so she was just here. And nothing on this side, so we're just getting into her nest here. So do I see her on there? I do not. All right, here we got eggs and larvae on the whole frame. I don't know if you can kind of pick it up, Alan. She's going great guns here too. So, oh, and this side is all capped larvae. A little bit smaller. I wouldn't exactly call that a full frame. Oh, here we got larva that's hatching out, and she's got everything all laid right back up. So as it's hatching out, she's got eggs and larvae right back in there. So we are in build-up mode here too. I don't know if you can see right here, they're already starting to eat their way out here too. So some more that they're about to hatch. So that's a good sign. Oh, there's our queen. Last year's. She's doing a great job. And these ones are all hatching out here too. So as they hatch out, she's busy filling them right back up. So what is that? 1, 2, call that 2 frames, two and a bit, I guess. This one's hatching out and it's all laid back up. This one is all laid up. 3.
This is key to doing oxalic acid treatment, pipe control before this all happens.
Absolutely. So the other thing to mention too, so I was talking to a couple beekeepers that we chat with quite a bit. One of the things that we found, one of the bonuses we found is treating early with oxalic acid. If you guys go back and take a look at last week when we were scraping these bottom boards, we had some mold and fungus in some of these hives, and the oxalic acid, and I'm not sure. So this is just some preliminary thought. So don't think I've got it all figured out. But what we've noticed is shortly after the oxalic acid treatment, all of the mold and mildew in the boxes has disappeared. So what we're trying to understand is that due to the oxalic acid treatment helping us out, or is that due to the cleaning things out, the additional airflow, maybe the cold dry air that's out here right now? So we're not 100% sure, but there may be more benefits to an early oxalic acid treatment than what we've seen. Let's look at one more. Let's just come straight down here. Let's take a look at one other one. Really quickly. So typical what we're seeing here this year. So once again, pollen patties. This one's just about gone.
It's gonna be full.
Yeah, let me grab my smoker. All right. This one's got bees wall to wall again too, so. Try not to roll too many bees. We need all the bees we can get this time of year. Oh, it's packed. I'm gonna be almost impossible not to roll some here.
Get it glisten from all the storage.
Yeah, there's a little bit of storage in there, right? I don't know if that's uncapping or if that's we're feeding them 1-to-1, so they don't normally store 1-to-1 sugar water. Not typically anyways. I mean, I'm sure they can do whatever they want, but typically they don't. I wouldn't feed them 1-to-1, let's say, to expect them to store it. So this is the second frame in from the outside, so you can see our colonies are doing very, very well. I somehow got a bee in my pocket because I can feel her buzzing around in there. So this is already hatched out, and she's got it laid back up. I apologize to everybody, I'm fighting a bit of a man cold, but yeah, so this is hatched out already, laid back up. So once again, this hive is already building up. I guess I will phone and see about some queens early this week. This one here is hatching out, and that's a full frame, almost wall to wall. And this side here is about to hatch out. It's not hatching out yet, but there's our queen. One of ours from last year again. And this one, these are hatching out actually, and she's got this laid back up. That one's all fresh, so that'll be a while before that hatches out. We'll get her back in there so we don't chill her. That's all laid up. That's all laid up. She's only got a few in here, so that's about the extent of it. And nothing on that side. So, not too bad at all. We're actually sitting in really good shape in this hive here as well. I'm just going to move the storyboard back over to, I always like it to be the third frame in from the outside. Make sure I don't roll too many bees. All the propolis on it here early in the year. There we go. Give them back their pollen patties, so they're going to need a pollen patty next feeding Alan. So. All right, there you have it. A couple real quick hive inspections. I think we're doing absolutely amazing this year. I'm looking forward to a fabulous year. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week to see what we get up to.